Hey everyone, I'm Adam Harry from BoLS Souls with
Drake from Dragons Lair Comics and Fantasy.
and today we're taking a look at Monarchies of Mao. Alright Drake, this looks a lot like Pugmire. What is this?
It is very much like Pugmire. This is the feline counterpart, same company, same setting even. They exist in the same world. The Monarchies and the cat people essentially serve as one of the antagonists if you're playing Pugmire and you're playing as the dogs.
For those of you who don't know, Pugmire is an RPG where you play as dogs in a post-apocalyptic sort of world where mankind has passed and animals rule the place, and you play as a dog, and it's kind of a medieval society.
Yeah.
And they're digging around and finding relics from humankind.
The old ones.
The old ones. But this is the cat version of that, essentially.
Yes.
Awesome.
It is the same setting where the cats, or the Monarchies, are kind of formerly these disparate factions that have recently unified.
Probably from the threat of the dogs or something.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Dogs, mice, rat people, all kind of very vying factions for both like territory and exploring the world. Reclaiming the relics of the old ones. Us.
Yeah.
And
it's gonna be weird when the cats discover the internet that mankind built and just finds pictures of cats. It's super meta and weird. But anyway, this is Monarchies of Mao. It is a full standalone role-playing system as well, right? So you can play. You don't need the Pugmire book for this. This is the core book for it.
Yes, they are parallel but separate.
Cool. And they can
gameplay.
They can.
Yes, they can definitely overlap.
Sweet. Well, let's go ahead and dive on in. Drake, this is Monarchies of Mao. This is the core rule book. It's a pretty cool looking book. It's hardback, full color all the way through. What can you tell me about it so far? Like, what are we looking at here?
So, as far as the way it's laid out, it's a fairly kind of standard, familiar kind of fantasy setting where your houses give you certain attributes, otherwise creating your character based on.
Yeah, your callings are your class. This is similar to Pugmire.
Yeah.
So you got your callings, which are your class, your houses, and then backgrounds also offer you other stuff on top of that. They do have some nice ready-to-play characters as well. And then, of course, if you're completely new to the universe, you've got all of the world-building stuff here, all the intro and stuff like that, and the basics of, like, how to actually play, what dice do I need, and, stuff that we...
Crunchy, fluffy, get yourself started.
Yeah, basically. And then there's even more. There's also some DM stuff here for playing the game, how to play the game. There is magic in the setting, so you will be using that as well. It's got all the spell descriptions, and this is just a lot of spell descriptions.
Yeah, it's just an index of each specific spell on the table of contents, which,
I mean,
helpful.
It's in the front instead of the back. A lot of books will pick one. And then Monarchies of Mao, again, more history of the world. GM advice if you're running the game.
Magic items, and then monster stats and stuff like that.
Yeah, so essentially this book has got everything in it. From your player creation, player rules, to DMG stuff, and your monster manual equivalent stuff. All Hail the Rat King, I'm guessing that's probably a scenario.
That's a module, yeah.
Yeah, so you even get a scenario.
Literally everything.
Yeah, literally everything you want to play right out the gate.
Which is good because between that and the pre-gen characters, you can sit down and be playing within 15, 20 minutes. However long it takes to learn the rules.
Yep, and the rules are pretty simple. If they're anything like Pugmire, that is, which of course it is. There's some inspiration stuff. These are books or sources of inspiration if you are curious about how this game kind of functions. Obviously, Mouse Guard, which is another game, a series that was converted into an RPG game too. Secrets of Cats. There's a couple ones I wanted to call D&D, obviously, Game World, because this is a post-apocalyptic setting, right?
Yeah, so it also very much kind of a Mouse Guard feel for that as well, where humans as a species, are dead and gone, and these animals have inherited the world and kind of anthropomorphized. So they they find these like remnants of human civilization. They don't understand the technology. They don't understand what these strange glyphs mean. Yeah. And they kind of adopt that as some sort of magic or pseudo-religious system based around the worship or the memory of the old ones.
Yeah. Now, again, this isn't a pure post-apocalyptic setting. Like, it's not nuclear winter, or it's not like, everything's dried out desert.
Yeah.
This is post-apocalyptic in the sense that people are gone, but society has been rebuilt.
Kind of like Numenera.
Yeah.
Where there's like echoes of these past worlds, but the world itself is not damaged, it's not destroyed, not a radioactive.
It's not cracked. No, it's not a radioactive wasteland. Yeah, it's not a radioactive desert. No, it's not like that. It's just it's different because here's a good example. Like obviously there's still green is what I was getting at.
Right.
But this is a part of the world where the cat monarchies live, right?
Yes. So this is a rough kind of map of the monarchies and their territory. Mm-hmm. And I believe, obviously there's a scene on here. I believe the dogs and Pugmire is set more or less kind of north of it.
North of it, yeah.
But
but there's just big. This actually opens up a lot of interesting terrain and play areas. Obviously, you've got this like river coastline down here. You've got kind of the plains and the farmland area here. You've got desert to the east. You've got forest to the west, and then to the north you've got mountains
with a pass to get to the north, otherwise unknown.
Yeah.
So it is a very dense, kind of diverse little area. And it's fairly discreet. Like if you're in Korat, you're going to be in forest. If you're in the Siberian monarchies, you're going to be in mountains, and that's very iconic, easy to identify, easy to recognize. Yep. And then you can make cultural assumptions of the houses based off of that as well.
And again, this is set in kind of the medieval-ish society. Dogs and cats are aware of each other now, and it's kind of come to fruition there. But let's get to some of the cat characters real quick. So here's an example one. This is Nirma von Korat, obviously from Korat. And you can see kind of how a character is set up. This is an XP kind of game where you do gain levels and gain experience and get stronger in that sense. Calling his champion, that's character class essentially.
Fighter.
Yeah, fighter or paladin-ish. Korat is the house, background is soldier. And then it goes into pretty standard or very familiar stuff. Proficiencies, stamina die, stamina points, defensive initiative, all that fun stuff.
The stats, the skills, they're all very much on the same kind of scale. And it's familiar to especially D&D or Pathfinder.
Exactly. And then this one's just got a couple more, this is a minister, like a cleric. This one's got a little bit more spell casting, 4 spell slots. And of course, you've got your rogue type characters and your ranger type characters and your explorers and criminals and all that, because they're cats. So, cat wizards.
Wizard.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. It's a fun setting. It takes traditional tropes from fantasy RPGs and catifies everything.
Yes.
Spells, these are going to be very familiar to RPG players, so we're not going to get into them, but it works very similar. But yeah, this entire book has got everything you need to play. Locations, talks about magic items. Master, that dude is jacked.
That is a buff cat.
That is a ripped cat. I don't want to know. Obviously, there are some interactions between dogs, cats, I think rats. What other antagonists are we looking at in the book too?
I know there are badgers.
Yep. Honey badgers, and you know how they feel about things.
Yeah, rats, dogs, and then all manner of other kind of more fantasy-oriented things, like kind of small dragons, golems, gargoyles.
Yeah, demons. Holy crap. Demon cats, I am not a fan. The jackalopes. Wow. So yeah, it's just a lot of fantasy creatures of all things. And then of course, finally, they do have the All Hail the Rat King, which is a scenario that you can play through. That's for the DM. It does have some maps in here. Roughly too, it still uses like the same kind of 5-foot system that a lot of RPGs use.
Yeah, 5-foot grid.
Yeah, and then index in the back. But it's a complete book. Again, everything you need to play. Monarchies of Mal is in here. Player guide, Dungeon Master's guide, monster manual,
and your module.
So get started here. Play a cat.
Be a cat.
Be a cat. Fight with the pugs. I don't know. Yeah, let's hop out for a really quick recap. Well, that was Monarchies of Mal. Again, very cool RPG system. I'm a big fan of RPGs in general. I liked this system. You still get that kind of, I don't know, dungeon D&D vibe, kind of.
It is very familiar. The way it's structured, the way the spells work.
Yeah.
It's a familiar format. Yeah. It doesn't seem...
but it's not just a reskin of those games either.
No, it functions as its own system, but it's accessible.
Yeah.
If you're already familiar with any other kind of fantasy RPG.
Right.
The kitsch, the main like kind of appeal is that everything is anthropomorphic cats. So that
right.
that it opened up to a lot of like little jokes and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
About their tenants and how that kind of plays into the cats.
It's pretty fun looking. Again, this is a good companion book, but it is separate from the Pugmire RPG as well. So get them both, I think, and you get the full picture of the world that's been, you know.
Because that was kind of missing out of here. They didn't talk a lot about.
They hinted at cats in Pugmire,
right?
But they never really
kind of led on to the dogs and stuff like that. But they don't really know much about each other.
Yeah.
There's a very kind of alien rivalry between them.
It's the whole butt sniffing versus looking. You know, they just can't figure out how to say hi. So anyway. That's Monarchies of Mal. Let's crunch some numbers on this one real fast.
Sure.
This is an RPG, so again, playtime and number of players is going to vary by your group. That's on you guys.
Completely up to you.
What's the price point on this book?
It's $50 even for the hardcover.
Sweet.
Again, fairly standard for an RPG hardcover.
Yeah,
it's usually what you would expect.
Yeah.
But this is more or less everything that you'll need. There's not like a monster manual and a DMG all in like separate tomes.
All here. Go grab some dice. Start playing Monarchies of Mal. Be a cat person. Anyway, I'm Adam Harry from BoLS Souls.
And I'm Drake with Dragons and Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.